the days when you could go to the stores and buy whatever you want are over, and we're never going back to that. Hi there, and good morning. I'm out for a woodland walk again, out here in my local woods. I'm going to have some coffee, and I am going to talk about something today as well. How should I say this? It seems like the crazy people were right again. I have to admit, some time ago, quite a few months ago, or well, more than a year now, people, especially in the prepping community, started talking about food shortage, and that we would have a shortage of supplies of essential items. And I was a little bit skeptical at first, but then I started to look into the numbers, and I started to dig a little bit, and I found out that they had good reason to say what they were saying. Now, I live in Norway, and Norway has been a very stable and safe country for the most part, for decades now. And we have been spoilt, I guess. You could say the same about most countries in Western Europe, and the USA, Canada, and so on, I guess. But the shortages are here, and I'm amazed about how sudden it happened. Just last week, I suddenly discovered that some of the items that we use, like that we need, you couldn't get them anymore, or they were in short supply. So I made a note. Luckily, we already had stocked up on those items, but I made a note, and these are just some of the items where we are having shortage now. Of course, electronic components, light bulbs, dog food, at least the dog food brand that we are using, and of course timber. That's been a problem for a long time now, and the prices are just increasing, they are going through the roof. And I'm going to talk more about this now, and I'm going to urge you to stock up on supplies, and you shouldn't wait, okay? People have been, and me as well, we have been talking about this for some time now, and we are no longer saying that this might happen or this will probably happen. The shortages are here now. So, and I am trying to urge you to go and buy what you need now, okay? And I don't want to be sensational. I'm not going to tell you that we're going to have a zombie apocalypse in 2 months. I'm not going to say that, but listen, the shortages are very real. They are here now. So, yeah, but okay. If you are new to this channel, my name is Bjorn, and I am a Norwegian novelist, actually. Please consider subscribing to this channel. YouTube doesn't really like me talking about these issues, so yeah, hit that subscribe button if you can, if you want to, it really helps the channel. Now, another shortage that we are having in Norway, or they have said that we are going to have a shortage this winter, is electrical power. And I think this goes for several countries actually. And for the first time now, they have started talking about rationing the power, shutting off the electrical power supply to your house. Okay? That's going to be a problem if it's, you know, like in the winter and you don't have a fireplace and so on and so on. Now, the reason for these shortages are many. The reasons are many, I guess, and I won't get into the details there, but I want to say that one particular problem, and that this is an ethical problem, is that it's getting to the point now where it's impossible to avoid buying stuff from China. And I've said for a long time that I'm not going to buy stuff from China if I can avoid it. But if you want to be, you know, stock up on what you need, not only food of course, but other items as well, at this point I think that you'll have to buy stuff from China. And this goes for people making the products that you are buying as well. Components that go into those products will very often be made in China. And at this point, either, I think in many cases, you're going out of business or you're going to have to buy stuff from China. It is very strange, isn't it, that this whole mess that was kickstarted, so to speak, by a certain disease. I'm trying to avoid certain words here. A certain disease that came from that country, that communist country. Isn't it strange how all this mess seems to benefit that same country? Isn't that very strange? How can that be? I'm just throwing the question out there. Isn't it convenient that this whole mess that came from that country now seems to benefit that country? Okay, I'm realizing I'm sitting here in my hood. Sorry about that. I can take my hat on, I guess. I mean, if that doesn't make you think, if that doesn't make you want to understand more of what's really going on, I don't know what to say. To me, some of these things that we are not supposed to talk about, what can I say? There's a reason why we're not supposed to talk about those things. Now, the way I see it is that we have now entered the next stage of this thing that we're not supposed to name. We have gone from the whole thing that I'm trying to avoid talking about, that was started by a certain disease. And when I say that word, I'm just using that word so that you will understand what I'm talking about. It's just a code word, right? So this is us entering this new stage. And I recently read in, that was in mainstream media, one of the, I think it was someone working in supplies and well, someone who knew that what he was talking about here, and he said that and I think I'm quoting now, we will never go back to being able to buy whatever we want in the stores. And he used the word never. The days when you could go to the stores and buy whatever you want are over, and we're never going back to that. That's a big statement to make, but I fear that it is also correct. It really is very important that people now start realizing that we are not going back to normal. And at this point, I don't care if some people out there say that, well, you're just you're paranoid, you're this and that. I haven't cared about those things for years, by the way, but what I'm trying to say is that now time and time again, the people who say that this is just, it's just a couple of more months and we will be back to normal, they have been proven wrong. And if you think that for some reason we're just going to go back to normal now, I don't know what to say to you. Now, when you look back at history, you will see that up through human history we have these rapid changes, these disruptions that cause the power structure to change dramatically. So you have certain superpowers, and suddenly, during very often a very short matter of time, they cease to be superpowers, and other civilizations or countries, empires take over, and that's what we are seeing now. And I hate to say this, but I fear that the West, if we can call it that, our time is our time as a superpower is ending. And it makes me very, very sad. Okay, it is, to say that it's very emotional to me, because I am very proud of being part of the West. I am very proud. I am, as a novelist, extremely proud of being part of the literary tradition here in the West. And that's a big topic. I could talk about that for a long time. But I do think that it's over. It doesn't mean that we're going to roll over and just give up. No. Not at all. And we can turn this around. I truly believe that as well. When I'm saying it's over, well, it's over if we do not push back against this. So we have to resist, we have to refuse to get down on our knees. This is a fight that we have to win. And you know what? I hope that in a couple of years we can look at this video here and we can all laugh, and I will laugh as well, and I will say, look at me back then. Saying that I was completely wrong. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, that's what I had to say, and I hope it made sense, sort of. Again, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments. and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. It really helps the channel. And as I always say, stay strong. We will get through this, and at least we will not give up without a fight. Okay? Let's go.